Hey YouTube, you're getting to see us before we hit the record button on the board.
Don't look fat.
No. Hey, welcome back to the Golden Spoon Podcast. I'm McCall.
And I'm Jeremy.
We're going to talk about this week the physical things affecting your mental status, the way you think. So we're going to kick this off, or before we kick this off, please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you're thinking about all the episodes that we have out, Season 1 and Season 2. I see a lot of you viewing, but nobody's really commenting on what they want to hear from us. So we'd love your feedback. We always appreciate feedback, positive or negative, because it's constructive criticism. But we're going to talk about physical things affecting your mental. So one thing that could affect your mental side of your inner mind is appearance. Is your appearance affecting how you see yourself, how your day is going? You know, is your physical appearance adding on to depression, anxiety, like the way your hair looks, the way your mustache looks, girl, the way your nails look? You got to check them nails, you know. Just everything, the way your shoes look, you know, if you're
my nails
fit.
Look horrible, by the way. My cuticles need some attention.
If your fit check ain't fitting your checks, you know.
Fit or
fit, like as your outfit.
Oh,
you know, fit check.
I wasn't up on the lingo on that one. I thought you meant like physically fit.
Oh no, we got some pounds that I would love to shed off, and I'm trying to work on that. So
nah, man, it's the winter time. You got to keep that. You got to keep that muscle on.
He said you got to be a grizzly bear for a couple more months.
You got to hibernate.
No, we ain't got to hibernate. We got
to procreate.
No.
Nope. Not that either.
Definitely not in the market for that right now. No, but other things, you know, if you have a broken bone or, you know, sickness or headache or
cancer.
Cancer is
that would definitely.
Yeah, I mean, you can have physical ailments and illnesses that totally affect the mental side of things, because it could look all good, but, you know, you could have something going on inside it two different ways. You're physically, you know, all your arteries and heart and everything that goes on the inside of your body, your muscle movement, your tendons, your joints, arthritis could happen, you know. There's a lot of stuff that Jeremy's now looking.
My body's starting to hurt as you're sitting here.
Oh man. Knees popping. Ooh.
Oh, my bone's been popping for years.
So, what are some things that may affect your mental aspect of life?
This is weird, but something that currently just grinds my gears.
Oof, grind your gears.
Is my eyesight, because
oh man,
me wearing glasses, and when like my glasses aren't fitting properly and I don't really have the time to go to the eye doctor or to buy new glasses right now, so they like slide down on my face, and it's always annoying me to the point that I'm getting frustrated over literally just my glasses. Like I might snap on somebody because I'm looking down and then my glasses kind of keep falling. And then when someone approaches me about just like a little bit of the wrong thing or like a little bit of an attitude, like I snap back really hard, and I'm just like, whoa, where did that come from? And I'm like, it's because of my glasses. Like I'm pissed off about my glasses.
Also, your eyesight could cause you some, you know, mental anguish.
Oh yeah, I can't see anything right now. I don't have my glasses on.
You and my mother are in the same boat.
I can't even drive without my glasses.
Oh man,
stop signs look like go signs.
I hope not.
Cars look like people.
So, excuse me, do what? Cars look like people.
People look like cars.
Oh my God. Oh no. Please don't tell me that people look like
No.
those.
They look like planes. Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Wow, what a memory.
Was that a book? Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was a book or a movie.
One of those two.
But also my lower back, it drains me. Yawning.
Yeah.
Apparently. Yeah, my lower back is always something that gets to me. I'm always afraid that like I have a slip disc or something that I need to get taken care of because this is always hurting, but then sometimes the pain goes away and then like I can pop it and it can help. But I feel like the glasses thing, I keep thinking about
the glasses.
This what's actually bothering me currently, and it's got to be the glasses because not obviously. Honestly, I like my appearance. I just don't care right now. Like the amount of care that I put into my appearance is so small. Like I don't care what my hair looks like when I get ready in the morning. Yeah, I don't care. Like I'll brush my beard, but if it's all out of whack and scraggly or something, I don't care. I just go to work.
Oh, see, I
go to the gas station.
I gotta look good so I feel good. So like that's my look good, feel good, or smell good, look good, feel good is what I go by. Like,
I feel good so I can look good. Because if I don't feel good, then people can tell that something's wrong. So I look bad. That's deep.
Yeah, it's a little deep. That's a lot to dig through with your golden spoon there. I got to make sure my hair looks good, my beard looks good. I brush my teeth. Oh man, I'm one to like brush my teeth in the shower.
I forgot to brush my teeth today.
I always feel like there's sweaters on my teeth.
Yeah,
like,
that's funny.
I'm like,
someone I knew, still know. She used to always say, she's like, man, I forgot to brush my teeth today. My teeth feel furry. And I'm like, what?
It's got sweaters
but then
on my teeth.
Like the next time I didn't brush my teeth, I rubbed my tongue up against it. And I'm like, it does feel furry.
That's something that affects like the mental side of me. I'm like, oh, gotta brush my teeth or I'm not gonna be, top notch.
Or if your pants is unzipped, if you're worried about it and you're in public and you can't reach down there to try to check it.
Oh no! See, I
and
always
you start worrying about it. And you start sweating.
I just do a little.
Well, I don't want to do that because I don't want to make it look like I'm,
I don't
pondling.
See, for that, I'm like, I'd rather have my zipper up and check that my zipper's up rather than have it down and be like,
see, I need to stop worrying so much.
I'm gonna worry about my zipper being down. I'm just like,
it affects me mentally.
You get that anxiety about that. I have never broken a bone, but I have sprained a lot of ankle hiking.
Oh my God.
So that has changed, especially in a 16-mile hike when I sprained my ankle, like a bad sprain, 8 miles into the 16-mile hike. That's definitely changed my mood when I have to hike 8 miles out and the people are like, what are we going to do? And I'm like, well, we're not leaving my ass there in the woods for y'all to go hike out and find somebody. I'm hiking out. And they were like, what? I'm like,
say what now?
I'm carrying myself out of the situation with the sprained ankle. It did change my mood. I was like, oh, this is going to be a damper.
I have had a lot of ankle injuries, but one was really bad. I had a L2 tear, which for those of you who don't know, and I'm only educated in this field because of the injury, an L1 is a sprained ankle, like just rolling it. And L2 is when the ligament is tore halfway in half, but not tore completely. And an L3 is when it is completely tore in half. Let me tell you, that hurts. Like he would have told me, or he told me if the surgeon did, is if I would have broke my ankle, it would have hurt less. And I'm like, well,
yeah, because
I'll remember that next time.
That tendon is holding on,
man,
and it's under a lot of tension.
I said so many cuss words in the book when it happened. I was outside, so if there's any kids around in the neighborhood, they learned every word that day because I was just screaming bloody murder. I thought I was done. I thought the world came to an end. Thought Jesus was coming down from heaven. And I was like grabbing onto the dirt, and then my wife at the time came and like drugged me back into the house, and I was like, it started swelling up, and I was like, it's got to be broke. And I was mad when I got there, and they're like, oh, it's not broke. It's a sprain. And I'm like, that is not a sprain. They're like, well, technically, you know, you tore it in half, or tore it almost all the way in half, but it's still, you know,
There's
medically called a sprain. And I'm like, that hurts.
Yeah. I have had a
cast for 8 weeks.
I had a half-torn ligament in my knee, and they didn't want to put me in a cast. So they put me in a whole leg brace. And I had to hobble around like a pirate around my school. And they're like, why aren't you taking the elevator? I'm like, I'm still capable of taking the stairs, you guys. Don't act like my leg is cut off. And like, it's like, Jesus. Because I also bent the back bracket of my brace so I could drive. Because it was my pedal foot.
Oh, God.
So
sounds dangerous.
It was kind of dangerous. I had to, instead of having the, you know, dexterity of your knee to move while you're driving, I had to pick my whole leg up just as a straight, stiff board almost and press the brake. It was kind of scary.
That would affect you mentally.
It did. I was pissed off just having to wear this brace and not being able to have mobility. There are also, I mean, like you talked about, there are, you know, chronic illnesses and like you had the flu and
chronic.
But you know,
chronic is lifetime, is it not?
Yes, chronic is. I mean,
I thought my illness was chronic, so I was just making sure.
Yeah, no. But you have chronic illnesses that you know people have out there, and that I'm sure has affected the way they, you know, handle life with daily.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure that's changed the way they think and potentially try to be productive every day. You know, just doing those simple tasks that need to be done, like eating and sleeping and being present when people are around. I'm sure that's changed the way that they view things.
And like people with alopecia? Yeah, they don't have any hair on their body.
Is that alopecia? I believe so.
I don't know. I'll have to Google that one. But still, that'll affect you mentally, because especially like a woman who doesn't have like hair and like she's afraid of people making fun of her, so she has to like have the right wig, and if her wig's on crooked or if the wig's messed up or if it comes out, you know, they're always worrying about their appearance.
Yeah, that's dicey. So for this, how could people help the physical side of things to positively affect the mental side of their life?
One, they can be like me and just don't give two shits about it and don't care what they look like, and you'll be all right. Or two, you can take time for your physical appearance, but not obsess about it. But take care of yourself, brush your furry teeth, comb your silky hair, and make sure your zipper's zipped up before you tackle each day. And then, obviously, if you have an illness, see your doctor regularly. Join support groups.
Yeah, so
if you have a chronic illness, support groups help out a lot.
So this is spoiler, but this is part 1 of 2 episodes. So on the next episode, we will discuss the mental side affecting your physical. But this is kind of a large topic in general, because your physical is kind of what carries you around. Your mental stays inside. That's your mind. That's, you know, if you choose to talk about the things that are mentally going on, the things you think about, the things that you hold inside, that's, you know, up to you. But there are other things that, you know, your mental effects on the outside, like if you're a hoarder, you know. We talked about that in season 1. That was something that I am still trying to get through. But that's something physical you can see that my mental has affected. I have somewhere an OCD, I obsess over some things, or I have compulsive things that I keep or just collect. I'm compulsively, getting stuff, and that has affected, you can physically see all the things that I have. Right.
I don't.
But
I see the beauty.
Wow. Just buttering me up, huh?
Yeah.
But that's something physically you can see that I'm doing that has been caused by the mental. So when you talk about your physical appearance, your physical health, a lot of people have had broken bones. I've never had a broken bone. I don't know what that feels like.
I broke my nose.
How did that feel like, and what did it do to your...
It hurt pretty bad. I was in the 4th grade. Got hit with a baseball in the face.
Ouch.
Yeah, I had to get surgery and everything. It sucked.
I karate chopped a...
You karate chopped a kid in the face?
No. I karate chopped a window because I saw my reflection, and I thought it was somebody different. I was real little. My dad was watching me, and he was working on the inside doing something, and I was out back. And in one of the panes, I saw myself, but I thought I saw somebody different. It scared me, so I karate chopped the window, and I got stitches from that, and I was kind of pissed because I was like, why am I having to get stitches? What is this mistake that I made? Yeah, and you can kind of see where my stitches were right there on my...
Show the windows whose balls.
Yeah, and I ran around the corner, and of course my dad was really pissed off that I had broken a window pane. I got my ass beat because of it.
And some stitches.
Yeah. But that was a very fun time in my life.
That affected you mentally.
Oh yeah, I can still recall the whole...
I'm still scarred. Physically and mentally.
I can definitely think about all the times where I've messed up, and that has affected my mental. But yeah.
Oh man, if I did that, I'd be in a ball of tears right now. All the places where I screwed up. That's why I don't do it.
What are other physical things that affect the mental outside world? I mean, you have driving, you have interactions with other human beings.
Oh yeah, I drive perfect. Never got in a wreck.
We talked about
this month.
We talked about one of your wrecks.
Yeah. I think I've totaled 6 cars, maybe.
My goodness.
6 or 7.
Man, what a...
I mean, if you're going to wreck them, you might as well total them, That's how I see it. You got to go big or go home.
Oh, my God.
I think 3 or 4 of those were company vehicles. Never lost my job over those.
Nice. How did...
But you drink and drive and you lose your job once, Like, jeez.
Yeah. Oh, alcohol and drugs and stuff like that can...
Oh, yeah, that's...
Food as well. I mean,
you're right.
you have so many other physical things that affect the mental, like eating. You can look at me and see that I gorge on food.
There's eating disorders that could affect you mentally, and then you keep eating, or you stop,
or you stop eating. Yeah. You have people who gorge on food. You have people who don't eat at all to lose weight and look thin.
And you have bulimic people.
Yeah, I mean...
Isn't that people making themselves throw up?
I believe bulimia is...
And then there's like anorexia.
Anorexia is where you have come to the,
You got people like me who just don't eat or don't stop eating. I
You-
just can't get full.
It's like a bottomless pit. I know. Like I'll find myself at 2:00 in the morning making pork dumplings.
Muffins? Oh,
Pork
dumplings?
Oh yeah.
I just want to think something quick so I can get back in bed.
Oh, no,
like
those-
grab a bag of muffins or something.
No, the pork dumplings. I'm like eating at 2:00.
Yeah, you see
in
me
the
at
morning.
2:00 in the morning making shrimp fajitas.
Yeah, that's kind of where I am. I'm like 2:00 in the morning.
God, I want some shrimp fajitas now.
Why'd you say it?
Chips and queso and some salsa.
The physical. You've talked about this many times, but the alcohol in general did affect.
Not only does that affect you, so it can affect you physically and do physical harm to you and can cause you to make accidents and mistakes, but that rolls over into regret the next day, and it affects you mentally in the sense of like headaches and you're like, or I guess that's still physical, but like the hangover the next day and feeling bad and just regretting that you didn't drink the night before or you didn't drink as much. Or like me, like regretting that I had I still have regrets now that I did have such a bad problem with alcohol, that my life, it would be in a better place than what I am now financially and physically and everything. But I mean, I can't change that. I can't dwell on that and stay in that area. I got to keep pressing forward. But it has affected me mentally a lot in the past.
Did it ever cause you like? Because I know when people are like, severe alcoholics, and they quit, they can't stop cold turkey because it'll make you like it'll give you like tremors and shakes.
Yeah, you go into you got a detox and.
Did you ever have any shaking or tremors or anything like that?
Like shaking, night sweats was horrible for about a week. Insomnia.
We didn't even talk about insomnia.
Yeah, insomnia is a bad one. I still get that occasionally, but that's to do with my mental illness, not with alcoholism. But, night sweats, insomnia, the shakes, of course the cravings right off the bat that you get. But something that helps with that, knowing the cravings, not all the other physical symptoms, you just got to let them run their course, and because you're literally just
right, you're
weaning
letting
yourself off, or not weaning yourself off, you're detoxing your body from all the alcohol that's been in your system and your dependency on it and everything. You're kind of readjusting your system to that. But something that helps with the cravings is a bowl of cereal, especially at night, because milk has melatonin in it. And it helps you relax, and it also gives you a little bit of a full belly. So I don't know. I learned that from an old timer.
That's really good. It's really good
Get
to
you
know.
a good bowl of cereal, or just drink a glass of milk. Get you couple cookies. Drink a glass of milk before you go to bed. Help you from craving that alcohol and driving from the gas station.
That's fantastic to know for anybody out there going through any situation or problem. I mean, this is kind of why we do the podcast, so you can see, sides of recovery and sides of, personal growth, and even if you're going through the smallest situation or the largest, problem that you've had in your entire life, hopefully you take something away. But, you talk about all these things, and it's crazy to think about where, you can help somebody just by talking.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's another thing, physical affecting the mental, talking to people. We've discussed this topic, way in the first season, Hug and a Smile. If you haven't listened to that, go give it a listen. But
just literally giving someone your side of the story. Like,
that's what I'm saying. That's a physical, you're physically telling somebody, hey,
it reassures them, like, hey, maybe I haven't screwed up as bad as I think I have. This person's done it before. I'm not alone in it. One, they don't feel bad about doing it anymore. Two, they feel comfort that they can get better, and then there's hope out there. And 3, they know that they have someone now that they can come to for advice whenever they get struck with something else.
And potentially really solid advice. I mean, you have a mass amount of people, just if you think about it, in your everyday life that you could probably call on and say, hey, it's not a good day. I need some, reassurance. I need some help. And that's a, physical reaching out that could affect your mental, status positively, instead of shutting yourself off physically and negatively affecting your mental status,
Yeah.
That's a big one.
I mean, you wouldn't take your car to a bakery if you had mechanic problems. You would take it to a mechanic. So if you knew someone that was open about their struggle with alcohol and being an alcoholic, and you had a problem with alcohol, you would pull them to the side or message them privately and be like, hey, I need some help. And, they'll help you solve that problem, just like the mechanic will help you fix the problem with your car, rather than a baker just putting a cake in it. Just rub some cake on it.
The cake sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
But that's the large man, and
Vanilla cake with some cream cheese icing.
But also too,
marble cake.
Jesus, we were going down a rabbit hole. But a mechanic has an array of tools to help out too. Just like people have an array of tools, it's just not one thing. If you have many physical things affecting you, say these people in my life are not helping me out, like these people are my thorns and not my roses.
Yeah.
And they aren't blooming for me, like they're not doing well for me. How can I cut them out of my life? Give me some helpful knowledge on how to cut them out of my life. You could ask somebody that, that you can confide in. That's something in your physical world, whether it be an illness, people, your daily drive, your job, a headache, a sickness, a vice that you're abusing. You're able to reach out and talk to people. And I think that's something that a lot of people need to realize. Now, I know I'm preaching to a majority of the choir here listening in, but if you haven't heard that today, reach out to somebody if you need help. Reach out. Don't hide your physical and mental. That's a negative effect all the way around. Reach out to somebody. Have a positive impact on your mental.
And just in case someone hadn't told you today, you're doing just fine. And everything's going to be okay. Because it's okay not to be okay.
It's okay not to be okay. Sometimes you can't adult today.
That's right.
If you're watching us on YouTube, you'll be able to see this little small sign that says I can't adult today.
That's my favorite sign. It's what I point to with my kids whenever I don't feel like being a parent. It's like, nope, I can't adult today. Y'all do it. It's y'all's turn.
I think we'll discuss that topic later on in the season, or maybe season 3, but parenting the parents, that's going to be
how to be a parent for your parent.
Hey, but if you're listening and you have fully gotten to the end of this episode, comment down below on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok if you're watching, you've seen this episode already, and comment, we want part 2, because we'd love to know the people that are listening in, or watching on YouTube. So comment down below, we want part 2. Thank you for listening in to the Golden Spoon Podcast. I'm McCall.
And I'm Jeremy.
Talk to y'all later.